Abraham Lincoln's Emancipation Proclamation promised freedom to the enslaved contingent upon the Union military's ability to secure victory in the Civil War. The proclamation also enabled free black men to join the Union Army and Navy to fight for their freedom and the liberation of their own people. Although the proclamation itself did not end slavery, it filled Union troops with a sense of purpose. Moreover, it captured the hearts of Americans, convincing them that the Union was on the right side morally. The Emancipation Proclamation read in part that on the first day of January in the year of our Lord, 1863, all persons held as slaves within any state or designated part of a state, the people whereof shall be in rebellion against the United States shall be thenceforth and forever free. When Lincoln issued the proclamation, it targeted Confederate states that seceded from the United States. Until the Emancipation Proclamation, the Emancipation Proclamation could not be enforced in those states until the Union Army took them over. Once these states surrendered, the proclamation would serve as a legal framework for the liberation of the enslaved. But lacking access to information and the fact that many of the enslaved were still being brutalized for attempting to read, the news of freedom was slow to reach many of the enslaved. Many were forced to rely on the enslavers to grant them freedom or wait on the arrival of the Union soldiers to free them. The enslaved, mostly in states bordering the North, such as Maryland, heard rumblings of abolishing slavery, but had no means of confirmation, leading to the delay or unanswered questions regarding emancipation among the enslaved, such as Annie Davis, who wrote a letter to President Lincoln himself on April 25th, 1864, to ask whether she was free yet. The letter read, "Mr. President, it is my desire to be free, to go to see my people on the Eastern Shore. My mistress won't let me. You will please let me know if we are free and what I can do. I write to you for advice. Please send me word this week or as soon as possible, and oblige." Joining us to further discuss how slowly the news of freedom reached the enslaved in the process of Juneteenth becoming a holiday is Tera Hunter, Professor of American History and Professor of African American Studies at Princeton University. Hello, Professor. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Great. It's great to be here.
Great. So just help our, we're going to do some teaching tonight. Help our viewers to understand how, first of all, how this news rolled forward. I think we kind of come to this with a modern framework of 24-hour news and newspapers everywhere and blogs and whatever. But this was, in the 1800s, the news didn't travel fast. And there was no incentive for the enslavers to let the enslaved know that the proclamation, Emancipation Proclamation had been issued or to abide by it.
Exactly. On June 19, 1865, the U.S. General Gordon Granger arrived in Galveston and announced that enslaved people were free. A year later, in 1866, is when African Americans began to commemorate that day, and it later became known as Juneteenth. And I'm glad that you started your opening with the Emancipation Proclamation, because there's a lot of misunderstandings about the proclamation. Juneteenth is usually mentioned along with the Emancipation Proclamation as an explanation for what went wrong in Texas. Enslaved people were freed in January of 1863, according to the proclamation, but it was not until 2 years later that those in Texas were able to act on that. While this is true, it's somewhat misleading because it doesn't fully explain what made emancipation in Texas delayed compared to the rest of the South. So I just want to amplify a few of the points and maybe add a few more to what you said about the proclamation. It only applied to enslaved people in those states that seceded from the United States but no longer respected federal authority. it deliberately exempted the border states where slavery still existed because those states had remained in the Union, as you mentioned, places like Maryland, Kentucky, Missouri, and Delaware. And it also exempted certain Union-occupied areas where Confederate rebels had already surrendered. The proclamation did immediately free an estimated 20,000 people who had already come under Union control. These would have been runaways and military workers. The problem was that one stroke of a pen alone could not end slavery for the close to 4 million other people who remained in those rebellious states. And in that respect, Texas was actually not that different from the rest of the South. What made things different in Texas is that the state refused to give up the fight over slavery after the Confederates surrendered in April of 1865. At that point, slavery was de facto dead mostly everywhere. But white Texans refused to accept defeat and tried to maintain slavery. And so that made Texas the last holdout in the Confederacy. The U.S. Army had to actually go deep into Texas to put down those stubborn troops, which extended the fighting into late May. And so it wasn't until early June that those troops finally conceded, admitted defeat. And that prepared the way for General Granger to come in and make his announcement on the 19th of June, declaring that slaves were free. So in other words, there was a violent backlash against emancipation in Texas. Black people were lynched. Their bodies were hung on trees when they were caught fleeing to freedom and safety. And that, in a nutshell, delayed emancipation in Texas. And that backlash continued for another year before Juneteenth could be fully celebrated. So given all of that, it's not surprising. Go ahead.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but I want you to paint a picture for us of what it was like, when the general comes into Galveston. Did they know nothing? Did no one know, or did they know a little bit about it, had an inkling of it, and this was the end of the fighting? Paint us a picture of the enslaved in Galveston at that time when he arrives.
So it's important to know, first of all, that Texas is pretty far west in terms of the rest of the Confederacy. So it's on the western edge. It was isolated from most of the fighting. Most of the battles, the major battles of the Civil War, took place east of the state of Texas. So there was some action along the eastern side, the eastern border of Texas, and also along the coast, including in Galveston. But the Confederates were able to fight back against those Union troops. So given the way that we know that news traveled among African Americans, it's likely that people did know. At least some people knew, especially around the coastal areas, because you have, Galveston was a site for boats, for ships to come in and to engage in commerce. So there's likely interactions with people that would have informed them, or at least some of them, about the prospects for freedom. And then especially on that eastern border, they're bordering other states where people are going back and forth. So there's a good chance that, some people actually knew about the Emancipation Proclamation, but the larger point that I'm trying to make is that they had no way of making it real. There was no way to act on that emancipation absent the presence of the Union Army. So military force was essential to making freedom real. African Americans.
So I've always wondered about, was this some sort of psychological trick, to free the enslaved in the territory where you're not in control?
Right.
I don't know. It always felt to me like a little bit of a trick. Am I wrong about interpreting it that way?
Well, I think it's important to see it in the way that it was intended. So it was seen as a military move. It was seen as a political move by the administration, by the Lincoln administration. It was seen as a way to try to get the Southern states to submit. But of course, they wouldn't submit. It was seen as a way to create a larger moral argument for the Civil War, to bring along those citizens who were losing faith that the Union effort could actually succeed. And so that's partly why you have African Americans being enlisted in the military at that point. It was seen as a turning point, a way to, and an important step in helping the United States actually win the war. Lincoln realized that he could not win without the support of the African Americans, the African American population, in terms of military support, but also in terms of civilian labor, which included women and men.